Shalom, shalom. First one, give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the Most High God. Yahweh Shai is the Son of God. The true name is the Most High and the Son. Again, Yahweh is the Most High. Yahweh Shai is the Son of the Most High. The true name is the Most High and His Son. Right? And this lesson is ultimately going to be concerning the cháragma and concerning the devices of the beast. Right, concerning the devices of or the plans of the man of sin. Right, because right now there's many reports concerning the cháragma, concerning the MOTB, just the mark. Which if you don't know about the cháragma, the MOTB, go check out Revelation chapter 13, verse 16 on down. Now, going back to what I said, there's been really many reports concerning the mark, if you will, and an implantable chip, which ultimately was, made by some Swedish company or something like that, which Sweden is a part of the EU. Sweden is also a part of NATO, the European Union, NATO, which ultimately, you go into the EU and NATO, they are the head, if you will. Along with America, they are the head of the world, the head of the earth, which it will tell you in the book of Daniel that America and the EU and NATO will be the last kingdom, if you will, the last rulership in the world. Now, what Esau Edom, which is the so-called white man, planning on doing, he plans on accomplishing, if you will, his devices. And one of those devices, which means plans or purposes, is what? Making a new world order, where he's in complete authority, where he put himself, where he put himself above all that is called God. Now I got a couple of precepts concerning this, and Lord willing, this video is edifying. This book is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 4. It says, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God. And Esau's way, Edom, his way of exalting himself above all that is called God, and how he doing that is what? Trying to what? Put a mark or cháragma in people, an implantable chip in people. Now, when you go into, things like branding a horse, marking a horse, that's, and a symbol of that's the symbol of being possessed, if you will, being a possession. So right now, Esau Edom, he's wanting to what? Put a mark or cháragma, or implant a cháragma in people, so they could be a possession, so they could be servants, if you will. And who's going to be the possessor? Or who's going to be the possessor? Esau, Edom, which Esau, Edom, they are the so-called white man, the Caucasian family. It says, verse 4, it says, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped. It says, so that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. And once Esau, Edom, implant that cháragma in everybody, that's a form of him showing himself that he is God. Because they tell you that free and bond, rich and poor, great and small will receive it. Not word for word, or not exactly, but it'll tell you that. No, so in this world, rich and poor, free and bond, great and small will receive this cháragma. Now going to Psalms chapter 21, verse 11. It says, for they intended evil against thee. See? Let's read it again. It says, for they intended evil against thee. Now who's intending evil? Esau, Edom. Right, because Esau, Edom, he's wanting to what? Oppose the Most High. He's wanting to what? Exalt him. Esau, Edom, he's wanting to what? Exalt himself above the Most High, above all that is called God. Now they tell you that the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, which that's Esau, Edom. Right, it says, for they intended evil against thee. They imagined a mischievous device, which when you go into the word device, if I'm not mistaken, it goes in, or it translates to purpose or plans or plots, if you will. Right, and what is that plot? A new world order. That's their plot. That's their purpose. That's their plans to make a new world order. Where the whole world will be under the order or under the control or subject to the good control of the so-called elites, of the so-called rich banking families, if you will. Now, with this thing with the whole jab, if you will, or the needle, damn near the whole world got it. So how much more with this cháragma, if you will? Let's get Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. It says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. Right, so wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, man. Because with this truth, we are somewhat ahead, if you will, of everybody, of the world. Because we are privy to the counsel of these elites. We know the counsel or the devices of the elites. In fact, let's get 2 Kings chapter 6, verse 12. It says, and one of his servants said, none, my lord, O king, but Elisha, which was a prophet, but Elisha the prophet that is in Israel, telleth the king of Israel the words that thou speakest in thy bedchamber. Right, in some way, the prophets and the men and the elect, they know the words that Esau Edom speak in his bedchambers behind closed doors. It speaks about woe to them, not, matter of fact, let's just get it. Isaiah chapter 29, verse 50. It says, woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord. Why you can't hide their counsel? The elites, the so-called rich banking families, the Illuminati, they can't hide their counsels from the Lord, man. And guess what? Their counsel has been revealed unto us. We know their devices. We know what they're intending, if you will. We know what they're aiming for. We know their steps, because a lot of it is prophesied. Their steps is prophesied, man. And years ago, the elder apostles at Great Millstone have been prophesying. And still prophesying to this day. And what was one of those prophecies that they was prophesying? The MOTB, the cháragma. And now it's coming to and now it's becoming more clearer, if you will. Right? Let's get this. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 16, verse 18. It says, and I say also unto thee, that thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church. Now, who's the church? The body of members that believe on Yahweh Shai. Right, the elect. Right, it says, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. Now, who's the gates of hell? What is the gates of hell? It's really Esau Edom. Esau Edom is the gates of hell. The elites, the so-called rich banking families, those who control this society, this world, they are part of that gate of hell, man. Which, when you go into Esau Edom, he's the border of wickedness. Right, so let's read it again. It says, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. So these elites, these rich banking families, the Illuminati, these secret societies, they're not gonna prevail against us, man. Because again, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times and strength of our salvation, man. No. get this real quick. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1, it says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision, which the vision is talking about prophecy. It says, write the vision and make it plain upon tables. Hey, we understand these prophecies, man. It says that he may run that readeth it. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. So these prophecies will surely be fulfilled. You know? Well, really close out on that. Lord willing, this video is edifying. Double honors to the elders of the house of David. Peace and blessings unto the elect. Salute and shalom to the fellow laborers in this truth. And all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Shalom. Salute.